We must thank the Satanists for telling us what they're going to do before they do it. Unless you've been living under a rock or are a triple boosted Joe Biden supporter, you probably are aware that there's some shady things happening on the planet. There's some secret families, secret organizations that are behind the scenes and are controlling and ruling us. This comes about by me scrolling on X and stumbling upon this video, and the video said that the first person that was ever jabbed with the most recent scare of, people are coughing, that person was named William Shakespeare. You can Google this, you can look this up on ChatGPT. And of course, Shakespeare notably said that the world is a stage and we're all players. So these people that are behind the scenes are known for being very heavy into symbolism, and symbology is the way they communicate. And symbology, my friends, is the way that your subconscious mind communicates in general. It's the best way for the subconscious mind to be communicated with and to communicate with symbols. So there are symbols all over the place. If you look at an American dollar bill, I live in Canada, I have regular, normal currency. If you look at an American dollar bill, the first time I held it, and when I was looking at it, I was thinking to myself, this is such a blatant and obvious occult symbol. This is not currency. This is occult written all over this. And I'm sure if you're an American, you're using dollar bills constantly, you're probably not even aware of that. But it is. You look at the pyramid in the front, that is the biggest giveaway. Like, it's of course telling you who is running the show, who is in control of this currency. In movies, there's symbolism, but mainly in music. You look at the mainstream popular artists and what they're doing, how they're closing their eyes, how they're doing a little triangle, or how they're doing all sorts of little symbolism, which I don't want to do because I don't know all of it, and also I don't want to get silenced. I don't want to get killed. When they're doing their performances, they're always worshiping this little animal figure and Lucifer and the devil. They're Satan worshippers, and Satan has power. Let's just be direct about this. Satan does have power. Satan can give you lots of things. But do you really want to be in the kingdom of Satan? You can have all the wonderful, powerful things in this world. You can have cars, you can have women, you can have status, you can have fame, you can have money, you can have even health. You can have all of these material things for the 80 or 90 years you're going to be alive on this planet. But you're worshiping someone that hurts children and kills living beings. That's who you're worshiping, that's what you're giving your power to, and that person or that being demands sacrifices. And after this life is over, you think is what? Just you're gonna peacefully float into whatever next realm you're gonna go into? No, I doubt it. Unless I'm totally unaware of something, that's not how the laws of karma work. But we do have to say thank you, very much thank you, because the Satan worshippers are heavily behind the society. And fortunately for us, they tell us what they're going to do. It's like fantastic. How do I know this? What evidence do I have? Well, my friends, when the little scare was happening, people were coughing very strongly just a couple of years ago, which, by the way, was total and utter BS. At least in my experience. I'm sure people lost their lives and it's very tragic. I remember like the first year that this was starting to happen and news articles were coming out and they're saying, oh, there's a little new thing, and people were kind of getting worried. And I was riding the bus and I was getting scared. Oh, do I have to be worried? And then I realized, I have powers within myself and I can discover if this is actually legitimate or not just by myself. And so the second or third day this is going on, I just sat in my room and I just paid attention to the air. I just looked in the atmosphere and I just asked the question, is this real? Is this legitimate? Or is this a bunch of BS? And very plainly, it was just utter nonsense. No, I don't pay attention to that. I don't worry about this. This is a non-concern to me. Was it a concern for other people, maybe with immune system deficiencies? Sure. To me, it was absolute freedom. And those 2 or 3 years during the little scare was the best time of my life. My God, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was the highlight of my life, actually, one of the highlights, because so many illusions faded away just by me sitting in my room in my bed, doing nothing. Fantastic. 10 out of 10. High quality. Would do it again. So when this scare was happening, people were, the news agencies and the celebrities and the governors of cities, governors of states and various politicians, they were getting on the news and they were saying, oh, we have 33 new cases. Oh, is there 33 cases? 33 brand new cases. Oh, 33 cases here. 33 cases there.
At this hour, we have 33 confirmed positive tests for the virus. Yesterday we had 22 cases. Today we have 33 cases.
As we sort through this here in Arkansas, today we have 33 confirmed positive cases in Arkansas. As of today, we have 33 confirmed cases with Boston residents. We expect those numbers to climb.
As of this afternoon, we have 33 Pennsylvanians who have tested positive for COVID-19.
So as of this morning, there were 33 cases in North Carolina.
Evening to you. Lots to get to tonight. I'm Leon Hendricks. We want to start with new information into our newsroom. Within the past couple of hours, there are now 33 confirmed cases of the coronavirus in Michigan.
So this was a way of them communicating to themselves, obviously, like it was a go time, 33. There's not 33 cases everywhere. So they have been telling us what they're going to do. Also, I just recently figured this out, but I knew this for a long time, that the stadiums that people celebrate sports games, you know, a bunch of athletes go and they do lots of entertaining things, and you go and applaud, and you pay money, and you sit with thousands of other people, which is just like horrendous to me. In my experience, I never want to go there in my life ever again, unless something substantial changes. It's a mass occult ritual. It's a mass energy release. And you think what? Nobody is taking advantage of that? Of course they're taking advantage of that. In fact, the sports stadiums are always shaped in the form of the eye, the all-seeing eye. And it's on the freaking dollar bill. If you're in the United States, it's on your currency. They're always sharing this with you. And do you know why? Well, we have the world's best scammer, online scammer, to tell us why.
The people who are in charge of these brands and in charge of the Western world and in charge of the Matrix genuinely worship Satan. Satanists believe in karmic retribution. If I sell poison apples and I write apples and you come and eat them, I poison you. But if I sell poison apples and I have a sign that says apples, they're poison, and you come and eat one, you commit. Satanists believe by telling you what they're doing, they don't have any karmic retribution. I'm not responsible for all the negative fallout from my action if they understood what I was doing and allowed me to do it. This is why they show you and tell you what they're doing. They're doing this with everything.
Shout out to Andrew Tate, by the way. This video is not about Andrew Tate, but Andrew Tate's a nice guy, very intelligent and perceptive, which is a very, very high quality. Maybe one of the best qualities in a human being is perception. He definitely sees things and he has clarity over life, but at the same time, he scammed men out of their life savings pretending to be a girl online. That doesn't get lower than that, and he can never recover in my books unless he does some serious transformation, which I don't see he has. So that's unfortunate for him. So it's true that if you say something to somebody, that if you deceive somebody, you reap the karmic consequences of that. But if you don't deceive somebody, if you say exactly what you're doing, hey, I'm going to give you this apple and it's filled with poison, and you eat it, well, you're a dumbass. So exactly the same thing is happening now. How does this relate to the New Earth idea? How is this going to change? Are we going to change anything about this? I'm not going to change shite. I'm not going to do anything except I'm going to change my own life, because I'm not going to go into battle with these people. That is a recipe of demise, basically. There are going to be severe consequences. I am kind of doing this in these videos, but at the same time, I somewhat appreciate these people. The level of intelligence you have to have, the level of planning you have to accumulate massive amounts of resources over decades is not simple. And the intelligence you have to plan who's going to be in the positions and what they're going to do, and the long-term planning for the human civilization is no simple feat. So definitely these human beings are at the top pinnacle of intelligence, at least we'll say that. They're obviously not that intelligent if they're hurting and injuring living beings. I don't understand how anybody can get away with doing crimes against humanity and thinking you're going to go away scot-free. Nobody. You may be the king of this earth. Once you pass away, you're inevitably going to go to hell. You don't see that coming? If you're worshiping the devil, where do you think you're going to go to? You're going to be living right next to the devil. He's going to be your cellmate. So you're not that smart, okay? You're stupid. You know, like, see, some of these families have acquired trillions of dollars. Not billions, trillions of dollars. That's not a simple thing. That's not a simple feat. So I have respect in terms of that way. And I also respect power. I'm not going to go and spit on their face or spit on their castle because one little flick and I'll be gone. Maybe tomorrow I'm going to have an accident off the roof of my building. I was climbing to the roof of my building and I accidentally fell down. No, it's not going to happen. Okay? And I'm not suicidal. What can be done, what has to be done, and what am I going to do? I'm going to live my life in the exactly the way that I want to live in. And this ties into something that people have been saying, that in the future human beings are going to move away from the society and the chaotic controlling systems, and they're going to live off the grid, off the land, and we're not going to be bothered. I see that very practically playing out, because the sheep that are, triple boosted and double shots and really 30 jabs, come on, more, and we have to do it, and drink the Kool-Aid and the tap water and the fluoride. Please give me more. Yeah. You go right ahead, okay? There's no stopping you now. there's no saving you. That's very unfortunate to say, but hey, if you're a sheep and I'm trying to pull you this way, don't go there, and you're brushing me aside, get away from me, I'm going there. Don't you know this is safe? All right, buddy. Good luck. Good luck on your path. By the way, one of the biggest flexes that I can flex now, I was definitely not in the majority a few years ago, but hey, you know, these arms haven't been pierced and punctured. 100% normal. I didn't get it, okay? You getting it? I didn't get it. While everybody's getting it and, oh, I can fly, oh, I can go to my job, oh, I can do X, Y, Z. Yeah, no thanks. I'd rather not go to the baseball game, not do X, Y, Z, wear a mask and do whatever nonsense they tell me, but I'm not experimenting on myself with your poison. No. So thank you, first and foremost, for me, for my intelligence and my ability to see through bullshit like it's a knife cutting through butter. Vegan butter. And quick little side note, something that I also want to say is that if you're eating meat right now, if you've eaten meat today in the past few days, you are definitely contributing and causing the chaos on the planet and the wars that are happening. Because as long as there are slaughterhouses and as long as we are literally slitting the throats of animals on a billion scale, not millions, billions of animals have their lives lost every year for your taste pleasures, not for survival, for taste pleasures, look at you, Boronic buffoon eating meat, then for sure you're the leading contributor for the chaos that's happening on the planet. The amount of pain and suffering these animals go through every year, and you think those vibrations don't have consequences? You're doing that. You're responsible for the death and suffering of human beings. You're suffering, you're making animals suffer. You think that has no consequences on you and on the entire human race in general? No, you are the cause of all the problems. Stop eating meat, you dumb I'm not gonna be healthy or protein. Your protein. Shove your protein up your ass and go vegan, bitch.